Stormless, it's been a while since since we've covered. So do you want to do the intro first?
Absolutely, yeah. So right now I am looking at the west side of Road to Tunis and playing in the blue. Well, it might not be the blue on your screen, given the current replay feature, but for me it's blue. It is HulkSMASH playing as the US forces and straight in with that classic Jeep.
Yeah, coming in with the early lead, with the early Jeep, hopefully to provide support for his initial scout units. On the opposing side, we have Orangepest, and he is currently bringing out the Kettenkrad, which he's actually moonwalking right now. He's going backwards to quickly grab that territory. Very key in this.
Really interesting point on that. This got brought up a lot yesterday that the reverse feature is silent. So actually, if you've ever heard the Kettenkrad moving through the fog of war, like that's what HulkSMASH is looking for at the moment. By reversing the Kettenkrad, he's removing the noise profile, so he can't be detected where he is. So it's really smart. You're going to see a lot of players reversing the Kettenkrad. Not much of a speed loss either, so pretty good strat.
But speaking of the light vehicles, we are also seeing the 4x4 has actually gotten already up to Veteran C1. That's thanks to the battle group that he chose that automatically gives all vehicles level 1 veterans. So, nice little helpful start. And now he's going after the MG and the Kettenkrad, hoping to catch that position.
Yeah, the veteran cruise there's going to be a signal to Orangepest right at the start as to what HulkSMASH's strategy will be. And if you see this, you're probably going to see multiple tech into the Greyhound because US is already fantastic at snowballing its light vehicle play. But if you're going to add that 1 star of veterancy to when units come out, for the Greyhound specifically, you're looking at faster turret rotation, a bit of acceleration speed. So that unit's going to hit the field with force. But in a way, I think Orangepest will be able to start preparing for that now.
I agree, but one thing that Orangepest has already done to prepare is not only build himself some sandbags, but get himself some Falchion Pioneers, hoping to outdo the enemy with some serious firepower. Again, these guys are no joke. When they deploy onto the field of battle, you give them in a good position, and they'll definitely hold their own.
Infantry support upgrades.
Yeah, it's really key to have those defenses on the field against US. Yesterday, actually, we just saw a lot of players. They were coming and pretty much putting their defenses right outside of their base territory because they were so fearful of the the rifleman start. But actually, to bring your Falchion Pioneer and build green cover just outside your enemy's base manpower point is pretty huge.
Absolutely. Right now, we got looks like hold on, initial engagement with Kettenkrad and the Kettenkrad like body blocked the 4x4 and used the base MG to hit it. Interesting maneuver right there.
Yeah, I've seen some Kettenkrad plays in this tournament that remind me of Kotu's OKW trucks on release, a lot of like pushing units out of points with the vehicle, a lot of blocking of early light units just to try and make sure other units can get the finishing blows. But mostly, and I think you just saw the Kettenkrad a moment ago get caught planting it, but the Kettenkrad's able to, put some mines down. And they've been absolutely vital and key in a lot of the games.
Hey, as a fan of mines, I look forward to any unit that can just cause havoc for the enemy and delay their advance. Speaking of delaying, MG42 suppresses and forces HulkSMASH to retreat his rifleman.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
And now the other one's quickly trying to move down to counter him.
Defend our victory point.
Again, coming up from the high ground, he can easily push back that Kettenkrad. But in mid, the additional MG and the Pioneers may allow them to get the victory points, which right now is not looking great for HulkSMASH as an early lead goes to Orangepest.
Yeah, it's actually quite unusual to see that US pretty much always has the early game in hand, so HulkSMASH is potentially playing already on the back foot here. He's got to do a bit more work with that Jeep, I think, to get the value out of it whilst it has a window of effectiveness.
Absolutely. And right now the MG is in full retreat. A good use of the 4x4 and rifleman. He caught it out of position, forced it back in the north. Should allow him to take over some key piece of territory. And maybe, with that smoke in mid, have enough to counter that victory point lead. MG needs to reposition with, we got Falchion Pioneers coming in to try to assist it. Oh, and I didn't even catch it. Now we have a 2-2-1 on the field.
I'm hit, man.
The question is, does HulkSMASH have any grenades? He does not, so he can't snare it.
No, and it's probably, I think, using his resources for the grenades here, potentially what Orangepest is trying to force him to do, just to delay the start of the Greyhounds coming out. But HulkSMASH does have the motor pool now. He is going for an AT gun, but of course we're probably just looking at trying to wait for 40 fuel to get the Greyhound out. That 2-2-1 is going to be really important because of the anti-tank gun upgrade, which can help to deal with that Greyhound around the map. But I definitely get the sense, you know, that Orangepest is not really responding to threats here. He's in a really good position where he is actually just having to build whatever he wants. By the way, Jeep might go down to a shoe mine here in the north.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
If he can bait, he's trying to bait. Look at that.
Come on. Take the bait. No, he doesn't.
We have anti-tank crews reporting in.
It's close. Very close, but no dice. That's always my favorite thing about watching mines, like, oh, he's getting closer. He's getting closer.
Yeah, I would hope, to be honest, at top-level gameplay, that you'd be able to sense where your opponent is baiting you into situations like that. And if you're on your own against a unit that you know can lay mines and it starts doing this little move forward, move backwards, you probably know that there's something there.
All right. But something also that Orangepest brought out is the Jaeger squad, and this one has a Shrek. So if we are expecting a Greyhound soon, which he got an AT gun, so we'll see. But if he is, that Shrek is going to be an unfortunate detriment to the Greyhound supremacy.
We're losing our capture point.
Yeah, to be honest, HulkSMASH is not in a healthy position here because you really want to be looking at having the Greyhound out with a huge window advantage where it's the most dominant thing on the field, and because he hasn't had that resource advantage in the game due to poor map control early on, he's now looking at the fact that the Greyhound will come in ineffective, and that is going to mean that the mid-game for US forces is pretty poor.
Yeah. I will say AT gun did get a nice snipe against the Kettenkrad. No longer will be placing any mines. But yeah, we are in a situation where he got the infantry sports army and the infantry. He has the ability to get the Greyhound, but the fuel, just manpower wise, he just hasn't saved up enough. Or has used it on other units.
That mine on the northern fuel was just swept by HulkSMASH, so he did actually correctly sense that that mine was there, which is really good to see, by the way. It's a good indicator of a top player. I think, do we have the Greyhound in now? Yeah, it is building. I was umming and ahhing Grey Shot whether or not this Greyhound would actually come out now, because I can't see how it's going to have any effect on the middle of this game.
You never know. All right, great. Especially with the Veteran C1, it gives it a little bit more of an edge. But again, you're right. It is something to where he's looking at like a tier 3 unit, and then probably the other, Vermont players like, wait, should I focus on a 4 and also like get something even grander than Greyhound?
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
So what he's decided to go for. Okay, yeah, see, he's actually just selected the veterancy upgrade on the Greyhound to be a spotter, which increases the effectiveness of other vehicles. It's great to have the Greyhound still alive towards the end of the game when you start getting your easy 8s out of this doctrine, which is obviously a call-in group. But that will make them super strong if you can keep the Greyhound alive.
That's very fair. Another aspect that, again, we're seeing from Orangepest is he's going for, it seems like he's rushing down, I'm assuming for the infantry reserves, so it costs less manpower to field his current army. I assume that's what he's trying to do. Oh, good pick in mid with killing a scout unit. Greyhound trying to assist, but unfortunately came in a little too late to save that unit.
When you look at the positions that Orangepest holds on the map right now, he's in such a good location. He's one of the few players that will play this map by going for his southern resources rather than the north, because obviously the north can be decapped so easily through that manpower point in the east. But you know, just all that early game defense building with the Falchion Pioneers has just turned into this really solid resource base, making it so hard for US to push so far up the map to get hold of their own resources now.
Hold on. We got the Greyhound going down thanks to the 221 in the north. He was firing through the smoke as well. Again, sign of a good player. You'll fire through the smoke to attack ground. Knocking out the Greyhound again, 221. Very inexpensive compared to a Greyhound.
A victory point is under attack.
Or less expensive. So good kill on him, and that puts, once again, HulkSMASH in a worse position.
It's a funny thing, isn't it? Smoke. It's something that only really works for players who aren't in the top, like, 20. But the top players of this game actually just see it as an opportunity to hide and fire through it. And just get amazing results with little problems caused.
But, again, kind of going into problems, HulkSMASH has, what, 3 frontline units? Let's compare that to Orangepest, who currently has 4, technically, plus 2 MGs. So there's 1 mortar for the Americans, but right now, again, Orangepest just solidifying his lead. So, excellent job. It's going to be harder and harder for HulkSMASH to do something. He needs to not only get picks, which he did do, he killed the Pioneer, but he needs to make sure he keeps his own men alive. Right now, that mortar looks like an easy target for that Jaeger squad.
Funnily enough, right now, I mean, both players are receiving plus 23 fuel, so, you know, HulkSMASH is still able to tech up just as quick as his opponent, but that hasn't actually just now changed, and the big question right now is manpower. That's going to be a huge problem. He already lost a couple of squads, as you've mentioned. But he's going to have to look really at replacing those squads to get the US forces' effectiveness of being able to flank rapidly, good coverage of the map, overwhelming the opponent with abilities like grenades and smoke. It's not going to happen with just 3 riflemen and a captain.
What about 4 riflemen and a cap? No. No. He did get some more men, but right now I think the best thing, probably for him, would probably get another AT gun, because I would suspect that Orangepest is going to start bringing out some additional armor out soon.
We're down to 300 points.
And 1 AT gun is okay, but unless I'm mistaken, yeah, he still has not gone snares. So you're not going to be able to pin down that armor. You don't have anything else to really support taking it down. And we're at 13 minutes, so I could see Orangepest getting out something definitely troublesome for HulkSMASH very quickly.
Ready for deployment, sir.
But HulkSMASH
just built a 13-minute Kettenkrad just to assist with quick capping around the map. It's a complete turnaround of what these factions normally do in competitive games. You're normally looking at US being all over the map, hypermobile. Right now, Orangepest is doing that as the Wehrmacht, and it's really impressive.
No, I mean, again, excellent use. If you can get that hit, not only with the Pentex grab that territory while the enemy's out of position, but you can just throw him off, because then he has to go send something, and by then you can have the MG set up, maybe ambush with a Jaeger squad, all sorts of good stuff. That's why when people say, oh, light units don't matter when you get into the later portion of the game, stuff like the Kettenkrad absolutely matters. Oh, wait, and good mine placement, I believe, helps neutralize the captain down south. So, unless I'm mistaken, the Kettenkrad's influence is felt. Unfortunately for HulkSMASH, it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, never a good feeling to lose units. Like
Our
that.
line is collapsing. Enemy taking our points.
And we're going with 4 riflemen now as he produces that. Meanwhile,
enemy movement near a victory point.
Orangepest does up. Yep. He just got the last tier building out, so he still has a decent, deficit in fuel. Manpower, he's doing a lot better. But if he wanted to save up in the next minute to get a Panzer IV,
we have 300 points.
He could. And HulkSMASH doesn't have too much to stop that.
Say the words. Right. The M1. Start digging.
Alright. But don't say HulkSMASH is done yet. Again, all the troops have bars. He's trying to fight for mid. Take that over and hope that will be enough to stop the VP bleed. But air support comes in, suppresses the unit. Unless I'm mistaken, yeah, he got the upgrade to get the Fallschmager squad. So now we have Fallschmagers on the field. Which will be a nightmare to fight. Especially as additional armor rolls out.
I think what's really, you know, it almost feels a bit trolly by Orangepest because it's like he's waiting for the bar upgrades on the rifleman and then brings out a unit that can pretty much solidly counter it at range. So yeah, he's like, yeah, I saw you tech this and I'm just gonna negate it immediately. And yeah, I'm just hoping that HulkSMASH can get over the kind of psychological impact of these things and keep the fight on.
Well, he's trying, but as one rifleman retreats, another one engages two Jaeger squads with Panzer Shreks. They're trying to go for this fuel, and he really wants to make sure that HulkSMASH doesn't get anything, but luckily with additional riflemen, both squads retreat, keeping HulkSMASH's fuel under his control. Crad heading south. Did he go for the cutoff, or maybe at least the munitions?
A munitions point is being attacked.
Of course, Kettenkrad's capping speed much higher percentage than other units in the game, so building this even at 13 minutes just a really good idea, just to constantly steal little pockets of resources away from his opponent. We have now got Panzer IV coming up for Orangepest, so that's going to be the first of the heavier vehicles that enters into the field. And I just can't see at the moment any real way that HulkSMASH can get back into this. He's so far away from easy 8s right now as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, he just scored a victory. The Kettenkrad is dead. He managed to kill it. So there you go. One unit down. Just like 9 more to go.
MG-42.
But MG stops the rifleman down south from grabbing the victory point, and with the Panzer IV rolling out with 2 Jaeger squads backing it up, yeah, it's going to be a real tough situation. That it would be incredibly difficult for HulkSMASH to get himself out of this hole.
Square your kit. Make sure that light gun has plenty of
But he
mag.
does one thing I will say is he does have a decent helping of munitions. So he can still throw AT grenades. He can still at least, hopefully, do what he needs to cause enough damage for infantry and armor with grenades and AT grenades. But a small victory comes in mid as he forces, again, the 2 Jaeger squads to retreat with his riflemen.
Our opponent has all victory points under their control.
Yeah, it's super important now, I think, that HulkSMASH decides on 2 VPs that he's gonna just lock down on and make every single effort to win the engagements there. Because if he keeps going a little bit to the north, a little bit south, he's just gonna end up in a situation where he's gonna get outcapped.
Absolutely. And unfortunately for HulkSMASH, yeah, Fallschmagers are now dropping into the point that he decided to go for. And I think our rifleman is gonna die as a result. Yep, there it goes.
A squad of riflemen at the front.
You can't make mistakes like that at this stage, unfortunately.
No, he does have 2 AT guns, so the Panzer IV will have some issues if he tries to engage, but still, he only has 1 frontline unit as Orangepest has a ton, and now they're moving in for the southern VP.
Yeah, here is just a large part of the problem. Like HulkSMASH, he's spread himself out. He's fighting a little bit like through the middle, trying to get the territory decap. He's then also trying to hold a tough engagement on the south, and it's easy for Orangepest right now just to keep, you know, pushing these engagements back. Even a territory steal hasn't worked in the mid. He'd have been much better just locking down that VP with some units, trying to force his opponent to come into his engagement.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized. We have 75 points remaining.
Again, if If only you keep these units alive, you might have a shot, but there's just too many Jaeger squads, Fallschirmjägers, Sturm Pioneers with upgrades. They're all just slowly forcing it back. And right now in Code 3, the VP lead is no joke. Where in Code 2, you have a little bit of time. Code 3, that's not the case. Okay. Once you start, especially 3 VP points, and you have 0, you'll start losing the game incredibly quick. He's not giving up yet. He has smoke going down. Riflemen are waiting for it to be fully encased, and then he might try to push up and grab the territory.
I was just looking at the effect right now of some of the green cover that Orangepest built right at the start of the game on the west side, plus 16 munitions point. And of course those Jaeger squads are able to camouflage, you know, and they're in medium cover, so it's they're just getting this fantastic recon for these 2 MP42s to just constantly pin any of the riflemen that walk around the map.
No, you're not wrong, and not just that. The Fallschirmjägers in mid, they have that great cover as well. They can just camouflage and then ambush those riflemen, which they're doing right now. Grenade is thrown. Does a little damage, but the riflemen took way more casualties in that engagement. Put in perspective, we have 2 Fallschirmjäger, 3 Jaeger squads, and 1 Sturm Pioneer. Plus, I completely forgot that 221 is still alive and just causing havoc.
221's doing a fantastic job. There is going to be a second Panzer IV in the build for Orangepest as well, so you know, you're looking at HulkSMASH right now. He's on 7 CPs. You can select the Easy 8 combat route, but I don't know if he can afford it yet. He's 9 fuel away from being able to call that in, and with only 35 VPs, it's going to be a bit too little too late in this situation.
Absolutely, and I believe we have air support coming on in.
Victory point now under
Here they come. Straight from those AT guns. Alright. Yeah, and he has so little infantry left to guard that victory point that even if the ETA came out, it's not going to do enough to turn the tide. But he may give it his all. He may give it a big attempt. Alright, Jaeger squad's grabbing mid. It's going to be a serious bleed out now unless he can grab the northern victory point. 4x4's trying. That Jaeger squad just won't get off the point. Up, there goes the 4x4. You got some attempts to pull right from it, but the Jaeger squad's just hiding in the smoke.
I gotta say, it's so good that HulkSMASH is, you know, committed to playing this through right to the end. He's given it his best shot.
Yes.
But I think it is going to be GG there. He has called it in chat, so game 1. So Orangepest.
All right. Good job on again. Yeah, you're right. He definitely stuck it out. It was definitely a losing battle, but he tried. You never know what type of situation you can win from. As many games with Von Ivan that has shown that he waits to the final moments and he'll still give it his all. And HulkSMASH gave a good attempt. Let's see. Anything from the match stats that you find interesting?
Oh, my game closes as soon as the game's finished. So.
Oh, not a problem. I currently have.
I'm looking at your screen, you know, for that. So
I currently have 92 infantry killed for Orangepest. We have 41 for HulkSMASH. So yeah, Orangepest dominating the infantry kills. HulkSMASH got a little more damage, but I'm sorry, damage taken, not damage. That's with Orangepest. But yeah, no, I thought that again for kills, Orangepest just got the kills he needed, taking out the riflemen, the scout units, everything he needed to stop HulkSMASH from taking territory and being able to go where he wanted. And again, it was just a very good play. If maybe the Greyhound was able to take out that 2T1, things could have been slightly different, but just an expert maneuver by Orangepest knocking that out, and that just allowed him to gain a lot more supremacy very quickly.
Yeah, I think you always we always talk about these kind of like windows of unit effectiveness. For US, the start game is you are dominant. It's key that you get, you know, infantry superiority, and then you roll into these light vehicles. But, you know, as soon as you lose the window of effectiveness for Greyhound, for Jeep, you know, and even the Easy 8. I mean, by the time the Easy 8 came out, you had 2 Panzer IVs and the 221 with AT upgrade. It's, you know, even that was going to be pointless. So really, really sad. If you're going to commit to that strategy, you have to nail the early game. And HulkSMASH just didn't deliver on this occasion. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game too. Let's see what HulkSMASH can do as... I think he's a Wehrmacht player. I don't think he's going to be playing Afrika Korps.
We'll see how he does. All right. Good sportsmanship between the teams. Always great to see. But, hello, everyone. If you're just tuning on in, we're watching Orangepest duking it out versus HulkSMASH. This is the second game in this group of matches. Right now, Orangepest leads 1-0, but that doesn't mean HulkSMASH is defeated yet. Orangepest now has to, again, as Stormless said, dominate the early game in order to really succeed in this matchup. We'll see if he is able to. But Orangepest, you mentioned that HulkSMASH was the Austere?
That's right. Yep. So HulkSMASH going to be playing as Wehrmacht, and it's pretty much a repeat of what we saw in the previous game. So Kettenkrad out reversing using that strategy of the low noise profile. The Jeep's going to be hunting for it. And yeah, exactly as you said, you know, actually the start game right now for HulkSMASH's Wehrmacht is going to be key, because if he has a really bad start game, added to kind of what happened in the previous game, he's going to be worried that his opponent is outplaying him. It's going to be just too much to deal with if he messes this up, both from a technical and a psychological perspective. So it's really, really key. He has gone for the north of the map, which I always think is a bit risky, because you've got that manpower cutoff point, which will deny you from all your resources if the player in the west takes it. So, you know, I think it's a bit of a gamble here.
Well, it's not an issue. I mean, the American doesn't have a fast response vehicle that can decap and capture territory, right? Right?
Well... Well, it does.
Yeah. So the 4x4 is currently healing in mid as it grabs the victory point. So if he catches an opportunity where those grenadiers are off on the left or right grabbing territory, and you're 100% right, he'll go in for the decap and take all those resources away.
Yeah, it's and that's one of the benefits actually of having this commander that gives you the veteran C1, right? Because you can immediately upgrade the boost to have it as a capping unit. But do you remember, Greyshot, are you a Simpsons fan?
I've watched some, I've not watched a lot, I'll be very honest.
Okay. I'm just wondering if you know, like, the episode with the Canyonero.
That does not ring a bell, unfortunately.
Don't worry then. I won't waste it on that.
No worries. Yeah, it's unfortunately Simpsons and like Family Guy, those shows just didn't appeal. I did watch a lot of Futurama, but that was unfortunately never got around the Simpsons. But what I am getting around to is double grenadiers overwhelming a single rifleman. They do decap the territory, knocking out the fuel.
Infantry support upgrades
But
are en route.
the Pioneer will grab that as the grenadiers counterattack. But that 4x4 is just waiting. He's just on the prowl for they go for that cutoff.
Yeah, it would be a huge mistake for HulkSMASH here to push kind of too far outside of his base, because US has the dominance in the mid at the moment. You can see this grenadier right at the top of the map. The moment that retreats is going to have to go through 2 riflemen. And, you know, that's why he really just wants to stay on his own half of the map right now, lock down a few territories, put up a great defense, and wait until he's got the resources to bring out some potent units. Maybe he's looking at the 8-rad armored car. But the moment that he steps a bit too far out, he's going to get punished for it.
Absolutely. And right now, again, the Grenadiers are too scattered. We have the weaker one that's currently engaging. You were mentioning about their retreat path being in a bad position. He does throw a grenade, able to turn the tide. Doesn't do enough, brings down 2 models. But maybe with this additional Grenadier support coming in. There he goes. Forces the rifleman back. Although he has 2 squads that have to get some heals first. Alright, but resource-wise, it is absolutely going, it is not looking great, because most of the territory right now is looking to be more Orangepest favored. But
yeah, it's difficult. And by the way, I mean, like, we don't have healing in the base, we don't have any MG42s, so at the moment, like, we're seeing a lot of infantry to infantry engagements played out, which is going to bring the health bars down significantly. So without healing, you know, this isn't going to go in favor of HulkSMASH when Orangepest does have the ability to bring full health squads back onto the field. You know, not having the MG42s, I actually don't really understand that decision, because this is such a big open map, and you really need to suppress US infantry. How do you survive as Wehrmacht without that? I don't know.
Right now he's hoping that Panzer Grenadiers will allow him to survive, as that unit deploys and scares away a scout unit. 4x4 is engaging it, trying to keep it at bay, but Panzer Grenadiers just don't care. They're still continuing their advance. But you're right.
Well, I think what you're seeing here is that this is just feeding the Jeep veterancy, because the assault grenadiers are not going to do enough DPS output at that range to take down the Jeep. And Orangepest is managing this quite well. This is just going to give more experience to the Jeep.
I should note he's managing to very excellent. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He's able to maneuver that Jeep without it being destroyed while having a full engagement in the north. So, excellent micro on his part to handle 2 engagements on opposite sides of the map and still looks like, for the most part, win.
Although he might have taken his eye off the ball a bit now. Nearly goes down to the assault grenadiers.
Well, that is a great shot curse. When I give praise or say something, that unit will immediately die or get close to death. Speaking of which, Panzer Grenadiers now being chased by those riflemen, now with bars, making it even more difficult for the Grenadiers to engage them.
Sector now under enemy control.
If I'm honest, I can't think of anything good to say about this assault grenadier squad opening onto the field. It's just, again, it's an open map. How are you going to get close range to your opponent's build when it's 4 bar riflemen and a captain? It's going to be tough. I mean, by the time you get your assault grenadiers into close proximity, you're probably going to have lost 1 or 2 bottles.
Yes, you're not wrong. Unfortunately, a lot of the key areas that the Americans are dug in, they have some pretty good cover. So not only will they get that great engagement, but they'll be in a solid position to hold off the enemy. Whereas Panzer Grenadiers are running in no cover, trying to close the gap, maybe to throw a lucky grenade. Right.
Enemy infantry.
He'll grab the victory point, but right now he's down 150 points in the first 7 minutes. HulkSMASH needs to do something. This is not working out. This is, I think maybe that MG42 would be a good call right about now.
Absolutely. Just look at the impact of not having it. He goes to the north to get some resources. Immediately, Orangepest is just sitting on a manpower point that decaps him from all his resources in the north. It's
and not just that. Remember what you said about the cutoff? Because of all the troops had to head north, he just sent 1 scout unit, and he almost got it.
Territory out of supply. It cut us off.
Well,
Commander.
And now,
pretty grim situation.
Yeah, and now we have riflemen using pouring on them to try to win these one-on-one engagements against Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers. Luckily, some additional troops come on in. Riflemen have to retreat to the building. The 4x4 is still there, still causing absolute chaos.
I think HulkSMASH is trying to fake grenades on the building. So he's like trying to throw the grenade, then stop, just so it gives the audio cue, but doesn't actually throw the grenade. But Orangepest isn't falling for it. He's not, you know, it would force that unit out of the building so the assault grenadiers do more damage, but Orangepest didn't fall for that trick.
No, not at all. And right now the Americans dominate mid, and it looks like they're in a very good position to actually go for the cutoff. That might be the play here. Orangepest 3 units on the 1 lone Grenadier and Panzer Grenadier. Trying to hold that, but I think they're going to get that cutoff, which be all the resources down the drain. Which means no armor or nothing major to come on out to
They
save
have
the
the
day.
tactical advantage. We must make a stand.
It's really interesting. Like with the territories the way they are right now, both players are getting plus 23 fuel, and it's deceptive sometimes in this game when it feels like you don't have much of the map, you don't have territory, but actually you're getting exactly the same amount of fuel. And you know, sometimes players are just
We do not hold any victory points. We must
they're not willing to lock down, do you know what I mean, and play defensively with the territory they have, and I feel that's exactly what you need to do with Oster sometimes. Sorry, Vermin.
Well, don't worry. HulkSMASH definitely has no territory right now. Oh my god. Yeah, he has no munitions and he has 3 fuel coming on in. So that Stummel half track that he has, that's pretty much what he has for right now. That's what he's gonna be able to afford.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Providing a little support, but I don't think it's gonna turn the tide, especially if the American he's retroactively getting all the munitions and all the fuel.
You know what probably one of the most interesting things to me right now is if you actually looked in Orangepest's base, he only has the barracks.
Yeah, I think that was to save on resources, because right now he just got the M8 Scott.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's just going to play and win a game like this, full map control on tier 1, and I think that is so impressive.
Absolutely. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's like, alright, I need this many resources. Right now I have all the riflemen. Again, he has 5 riflemen with bars and, of course, the captain. He is in a very good position to just continuously dominate his opponent, and unfortunately, HulkSMASH can't really do all that much to counter.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
We're taking fire!
Damn it! Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, because we're looking at the Stummel, and so far, got only 2 kills. Solid bundle does quite a bit, but wait, maybe we can get a pick in mid. Panzer Grenadier trying.
Victory point is falling into enemy control.
But excellent use of the M8 actually counters the Panzer Grenadier, forcing it back and saves the unit. Good play by Orangepest. Keep his units
We've lost the
alive.
sector.
I love it. I love the riflemen that are just ignoring this Stummel and are just more preoccupied with trying to gun down the infantry. I just do not see it as a threat.
It's like a fight between ants, but a beetle kind of walks in and no one cares, right?
Yeah.
They just get on with it.
There's a loss. M8 just murdered the Pioneer squad. Stummel trying to get out. It's stuck on some rocks. Trying to get on the high ground, maybe? Okay, but HulkSMASH maybe bringing out an AT gun to counteract the Scott. The problem is all the riflemen that can just push up and take it down.
A victory point is under attack.
Orangepest has decided to finally build the tank depot, which is resources for. So he's not going to close this game just on tier 1.
Not just that, he has enough to get the war machine if he wants to, or just continuously save up for the easy aim. Either way, he's going to be able to get tanks out soon. Wait. Oh no, Panzer Grenadier very low, down in the south, trying to get out of there. Whoa. Just barely makes it out.
The sector's been overrun.
Stummel showing like, guys, I'm helpful, I just saved that unit. Alright. But double Panzer Grenadiers moving in to hopefully to ambush that captain. Oh, nice use of the Scott just going in circles around that Pack 40.
Taking losses.
We have command points that need allocated. They pushed us off a sector.
We have 100 points left.
It's just the fact that this M8 Scott alone can sit in enemy territory around all these enemy units and just do whatever the hell it wants.
Oh.
And HulkSMASH cannot do a thing.
Oh no, he can do a thing. It's just not gonna hurt it. The only thing he can do is run, and that's what he's trying to do with the pack. He's just trying to like dodge and weave shots. And that did allow it to survive without being completely decrewed. But there's a difference between surviving and winning, and right now HulkSMASH is very far from that. All these riflemen are just racking up the kills, and unfortunately the Panzer Grenadiers are just they just haven't had an opportunity to really pounce on them. Oh my god, but we do have an MG42 at 15 minutes.
Enemy movement near victory
Wow,
point.
imagine if it had been suppressing infantry like that 15 minutes ago.
Some things could have changed. Oh, actually a lot of things could have changed.
Sector gone. We must take it back.
But as much as we're poking fun of HulkSMASH, he actually is trying to get a decent chunk of territory, and
Enemy
it's
down to only 50
kind of
points.
working. Not really, but sorta.
Vehicle crews have been granted the means to repair in the field.
Now, that won't last long, as the first Sherman has entered the field of battle, and it already has high explosive rounds, so it's pretty much gonna help
Defend our
force
victory point.
HulkSMASH back
We're
to the
losing.
base. And because the war machine, those Shermans are pretty cheap overall, so they just keep pumping back.
You can really see how desperate HulkSMASH is just to get any of the VPs right now. At the very least, he just wants to stop a triple cap from the opponent. But Orangepest has got his priorities in order. He's just focused. He's got units on every single VP, at least contesting, if not capping. And the M8 Scott, he's still microing around the AT gun, around the half track, just causing so many problems for HulkSMASH.
What made it even better was he used the white phosphorus on it to make sure it couldn't hit the Sherman. Come on the side. But you're right, it's still unopposed. There's nothing HulkSMASH can do to rein in that thing.
Enemy movement near victory point.
We have another pack gun. It's making an attempt. Hold on, Sherman went down. Not
Meh.
gonna save the game, but
It makes no difference.
he did kill the Sherman.
Stand down.
It's like small
Small
moral
wins.
victory.
Small wins.
Well, small wins indeed for Orangepest. Good job on his part, winning Game 1 and Game 2. He also got 69 kills. So, very nice indeed. Overall, looks like HulkSMASH only inflicted about 48 kills. Damage-wise, actually slightly more to him, but that's probably just because of the fact that he didn't really have armor, and Orangepest did. But, yeah, no. Overall, again, I think you're 100% right in the beginning, that when you called out the MG42, they needed a way to suppress the riflemen. That did not happen, and we saw what happened because of it.
Yeah, I think the map control. Again, if you look at how the two players played Wehrmacht across this series, Orangepest, I think, it is a bit of a risk that you're going south and you're trying to take a +10 fuel point that is much further away from your base than it is to the north. However, you're never at risk of that really, really easy cut-off point in the center, kind of that road running through the center of the map. So, for Orangepest, I think, he understands that part of the game really well. He knows that he can just sit down, wait, suppress a few units, reduce US impact at the start, and then he can start bringing out those units that contest, the 221 with the upgrades, the Panzer IV. And yeah, it's kind of textbook how to hold off US.
Yeah.
From Orangepest. Funnily enough, I think like if you are playing against someone who does that and does it really well, I'm surprised HulkSMASH didn't elect to copy him. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he felt that, well, Orangepest, plays this way. He'd also know how to defend against it or attack it really well. So maybe there's an element of that. But I think, credit to HulkSMASH. He's a fantastic player. He's at a really good tournament, but just wasn't able to beat Orangepest on this occasion.
We want to thank our MetaPlays website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.